Good evening, I'm Shane Seeley, and welcome to the fastest half an hour on television. Final score. It's our sports show where you know what we do, talk about all of those headlines and newsmakers of the week. Tonight, we have the captains and the coaches of the two teams set to battle it out for the 2023 BCA T20 Cup title. That happens this Sunday at the Weymouth Ground. YMPC versus Gladiola. And a top cricket analyst will also be here with us. An independent view, that's what he's given us as we discuss who will win this big local finale. Well, you, of course, can make your contributions as well and answer your questions via social media. WhatsApp number 228-5562, while our Facebook handles are CBC Barbados and cbcnews.bb. You can also call live, the number 228-5562. So with us tonight, I'll call it in the red corner, Ashley Nurse and Ryan Nurse. The nurses in the house, the captain and coach of BWU Gladiola, as well as Kemar Smith and Jeremy John in the blue corner, the captain and coach of Bayview Hospital, YMPC. Good evening, gentlemen. So let's open the bowling and talk about Sunday's big final. It's a big day for all of you as the local T20 cricket title is up for grabs. I want to start with the men who will be leading the teams onto the field, the captain. So Ashley, let's start with you, former West Indies player as well. You're responsible for Gladiola, an outstanding performance throughout the tournament, not losing a game, and it's no surprise the side is in the final now. So how confident are you about jumping over this last hurdle and lifting the cup?
First of all, good night to the viewers. We're pretty confident. I think they give the guys a challenge from day one. Let's play unbeaten, keep getting better after every game, and we've been doing that. So we can't really complain about the season thus far. Confidence level is always high with us. We always play a brand of cricket where we are fearless and just about going to execute on the day.
All right, let's hop over to YMPC now. Kemar Smith, the brother of a great one, Dwayne. YMPC has been a team to look out for, and it's no surprise that either of you are in the final, really. What's the mood among the camp leading up to Sunday's final?
Well, it's a very positive mood. All the guys pumped up for it. You know, we play a good cricket the whole season, so we're going to just stick to the basics, stick to what we know what to do, and just go out there and play it hard.
And Jeremy, how has your team been preparing specifically for this test in Gladiola?
Well, good night to the viewers. We are formidable rivals. We play each other quite regular in all of the formats. So it's pretty much that I would say both teams know each other pretty well. So it's just to get the guys mentally prepared and, as the skipper said, pumped up for this final. Obviously, it's a big final, so there'll be some nerves and stuff. So just to get the guys, get that preparation in and to let them know it's just another game. And we just got to go out there and fight hard. Basically that.
Ryan, you have been coaching an unbeaten team and you have the chance to lift the title being undefeated. What are the motivating factors there? Or do you need any?
Good night to the viewers. Motivating factors and the guys, just, you know what I mean, just executing my goals to the guys and fulfilling the goals, you know what I mean? We're just playing decent cricket, we're playing together, you understand? So it's not really, say, a one-man team or what the situation is. Everybody raising a hand and performing.
So we all know what happened the last time you two teams met. I think that Gladiola got the best of YMPC. So let's talk about that. Ashley, what did you do right that time around that you think you can repeat this time?
Honestly, I don't even remember the game. But we play similar styles of cricket. So it's just a matter of who turns out on the day. Getting better of each other. But as I said before, it's just about executing. I mean, we both have X factors. So once you get the X factors out, then the game is more balanced. So I guess who throws the first punch will have the advantage on it.
And let's talk about the teams really quick. Talk about the mix of the team if you can. Is it you got a lot of youth and then some experience? I know you're an experienced campaigner. How does the side look? Give me the makeup.
Well, our team is more youthful than experienced. We obviously have a couple of experienced guys with myself. Well, Miguel Cummings was there for the first half, but he's no longer here. But we have a lot of on the 19 players and guys who just finished playing on 19 and stuff like that. So the guys are maturing well, and it's just about guiding these youngsters and pulling the right strings and just giving them the confidence to go and execute.
Who had a practice session today? You, Kimar? If you
No,
don't
actually,
mind. So you're still getting in the reps before the final. Kimar, talk to us about how you're really feeling in terms of what you're seeing from some of your key players. Talk a bit about them.
to be honest, I'm feeling brilliant. Because the likes of Dwayne Smith, he set the tone from the get-go of the T20 and just carry on throughout the whole tournament. The likes of Raymond Cameron, myself, maybe have some bit of youth there that's doing a really good job. So let's stick to the basics and we're going to bring this cup back to the Bayland.
I see a smile on Jeremy's face. Jeremy, again, Gladiola got the best of you last time around. What are you going to do different this time? I mean, you got the guys here from Gladiola, so you're going to tell them all your secrets. You got to let the cats out of the bag. Just show them.
Well, not really big secrets. As Ashley would have said, both of us play the same brand of cricket. So it's basically who gets the better who on the day, who wants it more, who has the passion, who really wants to bring on that cup. And YMPC definitely looking to bring that cup back to the Bayland for sure.
So
I keep
Ryan,
hearing these guys say back to the Bayland. I can't remember when NPC ever win the cup. So I don't know how it's coming back to the Bayland.
so he should say he's making his debut in the Bayland then?
Yeah,
that would
we
be
live with some of the best.
Definitely.
They would like to take it to the Bayland, but the take it back is the issue they have there.
Oh.
Okay.
So you don't have a problem with them taking it to the Bayland?
So if at the end of the game and they win the game, obviously it's no problem. As I told Dwayne earlier, if we're gonna lose a game, I don't mind losing to the NPC. Because obviously we're good friends, We're
Right.
good friends, we play similar style and stuff. We both wear green. So it won't be hard feelings from my end.
Okay. So Ryan, how you're gonna stop
I
Dwayne
just have the
Smith?
issue with the wording.
Ryan, how you gonna stop Dwayne Smith? How you gonna get your boys to stop Dwayne Smith?
You just gotta get healed.
How you start Dwayne Smith? We just gonna play cricket. We can't worry about Dwayne Smith. Dwayne Smith's got he things to do. We just gotta focus on our game. You understand? We gotta focus on our game. We can't worry about Dwayne Smith. We gotta worry about our game.
This should be really, really interesting. And I know the viewers have their questions and comments as well. So we'll take a break here. And when we come back, we'll welcome in some of our viewers' questions and comments via social media. And remember, you can call 228-5563 to join the program live. It's all about the big final on Sunday. You know the venue. It's Weymouth. We'll take a break here and be right back with more on Final Score. Welcome back to Final Score. It's all about YMPC versus Gladiola, a big final at Weymouth set for Sunday. So let's now go to our social media pages for some of those questions. Ashley, Ryan, the nurses in the house, Kimar and Jeremy, we're going to talk about this now. Look at this one. Gladiola should have gotten a loss earlier in the tournament, so they would have handled adversity prior to Sunday. Ashley, do you agree?
No rule in sports saying you have to lose a game. That's the biggest myth that I've ever heard in my life. As I said before, I challenge you guys to play unbeaten and to improve after every game. So this thing about law averages and all that, it going to shoot no. In order for us to win the cup, we have to win the game. So I guess if we win the cup, there'll be no question about losing the game early or losing the game late or whatever. There's no rule saying that you have to lose.
Ryan? You think you had to lose a game to better prepare for this final on this run?
No, we don't have to. We don't have to lose a game. I believe everybody talking about we should have lose a game in the preliminary rounds. You know what I mean? But as she said already, we have goals. You understand? And the guys fulfill the goals so far. Just on the day on Sunday, we will see if we get past that hurdle that we talk about.
Just to add on to what you said before. I mean, the person spoke about adversity and stuff like that, but we were in positions where we were losing the games, and the guys stuck the plans and came to the party. We ended up on the winning side. So I think we faced adversity already in the tournament, but just that we came out on top. So the result went in our way because of the style of how we play the game and react to the situations.
Okay, all right, let's go to this other question here coming in from socials. Weymouth is a big ground. Fitness will be key and an issue, especially if the sun is hot. Jeremy, your thoughts?
It all comes down to preparation and obviously getting the players fit for the occasion. For the whole tournament, we've been playing in some extreme heat. The sun has been extremely hot. So the guys are now accustomed to that. And once we keep taking our fluids and keep hydrated, I think we're going to be pretty good.
Kimar, how have the boys been handling that heat? What kind of feedback have you been getting from them?
Yeah, great feedback. The guys are putting in their work whole season. Actually, some of the guys I was shocked to see how the guys moving around in the heat, and then the guys off the field, the support was very, very good. You know, the water, the Gatorade and stuff, and the guys reacted well to it.
I mean, the coaches are the ones watching on, so I'll let them take this one. What do you think about the standard of club cricket? Is it falling off, Jeremy?
To be honest, the mixture of the season campaigners in the tournament, like the Stokes, the Dwayne Smiths, the nurses, they are adding some value and a lot of value to the tournament. So it's actually helping the youngsters now to up their game. Obviously, when you could have someone like Dwayne still now for the second year with the most runs thus far. You have guys like Stokes still scoring heavy, Ashley still doing it with the bat and ball. It allows these youngsters to know, but look, you understand? We aren't there yet. These guys, how some youngsters like to put it, are on the other side now of their careers, but still dominating. So it actually gives the youngsters now that push now to say, well, look, we still are not at the stage where we can say we have arrived, so we now got to live for our game. So I find that the blend with the youth and the experience so far this season in the tournament the level has been good. For me, I thought it's been pretty high so thus far.
Ryan, what do you think about the standard?
It's okay. I think it could be more, better. But right now, you got to work with way at the moment. I just feel that we stay here, that it's screaming all over the world. This final is screaming all over the world that other people could still see the in Barbados. You know what I mean? Don't go to play first class. I will see you. You know, I'm very glad that they screaming the games, but I feel that you get to a point that you can scream more games and then the people see what's going on. It costs money.
Ryan, sorry, Ashley, you've been seeing some of the youngsters perform. We just heard Jeremy speak about them looking up to you, but in terms of a youth side playing in the cup, do you think they're good enough? I know the tournament is still thought of for development, but should youth teams be in the top local league?
Honestly, I don't have a problem with them playing, but I like the initiative that the BC has taken with the well, after the schools have been not told that they're able to come and play for a club. I really like that aspect of it. I mean, it also filters a guy into a club. We all walk about and say that club career is dying. And no one is interested in playing club career. But if the BC is allowing the youth to play and join the club, obviously, if I invite a guy to come and play on my club and he likes what he sees or likes what he was involved in, he can obviously come the next year and already had an initiation into the club. So I like that. I mean, back to your question, no, I don't see a problem with the youth playing in the tournaments, to be honest.
Okay. So what do you want to do on Sunday, Ashley? You want to bat first? You want to bowl first? Did you get a chance to see the Weymouth pitch? What are your thoughts?
I just want to win. It don't matter. I want to win. It don't matter if you bat first or bowl first. I don't in the T20 game, to be honest, it don't really matter what you do. I mean, you have 40 overs to play, and once you do well in your 20 up front, it sets up the game for the last 20. So whether we bowl first or bat first, it doesn't really matter. Once we execute, we're in good hands.
Kimar, Weymouth ground. What do you want to do first? And like, how you going to take it? How are you going to strategize?
Well, I can't say what I'm going to do as yet. It's only
you don't want to let Ashley know what's going on.
Not really. You only assess the conditions and stuff, look at the pitch, have a good look, have a chat with the guys, and then we'll go from there.
Listen, I want to thank all of you for coming and sharing with us tonight. Ashley, Ryan, Kimara, Jeremy, and all the best in the final on Sunday. We really want people to come out and watch some of the best T20 talent that we have in Barbados on show for this T20 Cup final. And again, a big thank you to you for spending some time with us here on Final Score. All the best. And we're wishing the guys all the best health. And we want to see, I know the conditions are hot, yeah, but try to hydrate, man. And y'all be safe.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Thanks very much.
Yeah.
Appreciate your time. So we had the captains, we had the coaches. Next we get an independent view, and we'll hear who he picks for the final. Cricket analyst Jamal Smith, he enters the show. We'll be right back. Back with you on Final Score as we say goodnight to Jamal Smith, cricket analyst and commentator. Welcome to the show, Jamal. So you heard the guys just now talking about the big final. Ashley, the nurse boys in the house, Kimar there on the YMPC side. So you know these guys very well. You've played with them. You know the teams very well. So let's talk about the unbeaten Gladiola first. What do you think about their setup, the team, and what has made them successful leading up to this final?
Well, Shane, good night to yourself and the viewers. Well, first of all, the Guardiola side has always been one of those teams, even from way back when you advance in 50 over or T20, any limited overs format, really, they give a lot of trouble. And they've gone from giving a lot of trouble to in the last couple of years actually winning cups. What Guardiola has going well for them is balance. Guardiola is set up really, really nicely in terms of bowling options for Ashley Nurse. He has at least three seamers to go to, albeit that none of the seamers have actually gone over 7 and over. Everybody's sitting economy just on the 6 or below. Actually, Corey Miller, he's going at just about 6.88. When I actually went and checked the stats from the Bayesian cricket aficionado, Rohan Savith, I was quite shocked to see how well the three seamers, Corey Miller, Griffith, Stefan Griffith, and Kimar Hart have gone alone. None of them have gone over 7. And then obviously he has the options like himself. He has Matthew Jones. I think that's a really, really big plus for Guardiola this year. Both bat and ball being able to poach Matthew Jones from Carlton Club. Matthew Jones, he's also striking at just about 140 odd. He's actually hit the most sixes for Guardiola. He's hit about 9 sixes. Ashley Nurse is somewhere just behind around 8. Rivaldo Clark as well, but he'll be out with the West Indies Academy. Unfortunately for Guardiola, but he's been hitting some sixes as well. And there's a little guy at the top of the order, Shamari DePisa. He's been doing really, really well as the left-hander. He's been setting them, getting them off to a pretty good tone. He's been striking just about 130 odd. So Guardiola, in terms of the total team, a team that could withstand conditions and trying conditions, especially at the Weymouth ground where you don't necessarily know what to expect. The wind will be blowing from east to west, I suspect, based on how the wind has been blowing the last couple of weeks in the island. And obviously that means that the biggest side, so to speak, the fan side, as we say in cricket, would be way up to the east, and striking up there can be a challenge, but rotating the strike, they have batters that can rotate the strike, they have batters that can strike well, and they also have a bowling attack that is well balanced. So in terms of, if you're looking as an analyst and saying, well, okay, this is a team that can withstand what will be thrown at them on the day, I have to say that Guardiola is in a pretty good position from a balance perspective.
YMPC not too bad themselves, and they have the X factor in the legendary Dwayne Smith. Of course, he's graced IPL and many T20 leagues, and we know the damage that he can do. Talk about a bit about this YMPC team. What do you like about it?
The YMPC, you heard the guys saying that they play a similar style of cricket. YMPC is another team that plays what they call a fearless brand of cricket. They always look to win. And YMPC, again, in their own right, is the kind of teams that always is challenging in the knockout phases of the steel competition. So it's no surprise that they're there again. As you said, the talisman for them is Dwayne Smith. He's been doing really well, amassing 505 runs thus far. I mean, those stats will not matter going into the finals, but Dwayne Smith is a competitor. He's the kind of guy, probably came in from training this evening. He's the kind of guy he wants to win. He's still very, very hungry, albeit that he's now into his 40s. He's that kind of guy. And what he does is he sets the tone at the top of the order. Raymond Kelman, he's another guy you have to look out for. I don't know if you got a chance to see that catch that Raymond Kelman would have taken in the Super Over down at the Carlton Club in the semi-finals. And Barry Wilkinson actually accredited it as the best catch he's ever seen in local cricket. And that is some feat. They actually had the opportunity to see it. It was a big, big catch. You know, Raymond Kelman is a guy with a lot of heart. He bats very, very aggressively at the top of the innings. He's a guy that can take the game away from you as well. Kimar Smith, he's the guy. For me, he's the linchpin. He can go or he can rotate. He always mostly likes to go, but he's the kind of guy that can sit on the opposition as well. Then advance the cause of the YMPC team. There's a guy in there called Jadan Jones as well. Massive talent. Sometimes guilty of his own indiscretions, but he is the kind of guy that could also set the tone for YMPC. They're a bit top heavy, you have to say, as an analyst, in terms of most of the work has to be done at the top, especially from those 4. But what YMPC has done well is other guys have been chipping in from a bowling perspective. Ramon Simmons is a big loss for them, no doubt about it. Left arm, fast. He's been playing leagues around the world. You know, with the under-23 West Indies Academy as well, along with Rivaldo from Guardiola. But that's a very, very, very big for the YMPC team. He's the guy with the extra pace. He's the enforcer. He will bowl those short deliveries. He will bowl those slower balls and those crunching Yorkers in the back end of an inning. So that's a big miss. But Dwayne Smith and I think Davis, it will be Damian Davis, will have to carry the bulk of that bowling, and then they'll have to share around with their part-time spinners. Well, Kimar Smith, he's not a part-timer. You have Mario Miller in there. he possibly will have to
So,
operate for the
so
South.
a really strong YMPC team as well. So, and then both of them go to the Weymouth ground. Pretty big outfield there. But so talk about the Weymouth ground, and then like why is it not at this big final not at Kensington?
I went to Weymouth yesterday actually just to have a look, acclimatize myself because we be carrying our flow as well. I like to get my ducks in a row early. Weymouth is the kind of ground that you can still score quickly. Remember, whenever there's a big side, there's also a side that's, well, I won't say small, but the wind will be traveling towards the side, so that wind will be going towards the buses. And let me tell you something, Dwayne the Agent Smith, Kemar Smith, and those guys, Ashley Nurse, Matthew Jones, they get off. Weymouth will look very, very, very small. There's no doubt about it. As long as the surface is good, sixes will hit. The argument whether it should play at Kensington or not, personally, I think the BCA has gotten things right for the semi-finals and the finals of all the competitions, bringing the cricket back into the community. Whether it was selected Weymouth or not, that's probably a logistical thing as well because there's a final at Carlton on Saturday. That's a venue I personally like for semis or final in terms of bringing the crowd together and nice shade for everybody to come out early and appreciate the game. But the thing about Weymouth though is it's still a ground where historically a lot of cricket plays and a lot of good cricket players. And I'm sure the BCA logistical team, cricket operations, man, the Coppin, etc., would have thought about it. So Weymouth is the selection. We have to go with that. But trust me, if the surface is good, it will be entertaining.
So pick a winner in the final 15 seconds that we have. 15 seconds.
In this business, I don't pick winners. All I'm prepared to say at this point is YMPC have never won the cup, and Gladiola is a very, very balanced side. I would tip the favor in the way of Gladiola, but YMPC has the potential to get over Gladiola if they slip up.
All right, so I'll take that as Gladiola. I'll take that as Gladiola. Thanks, Jamal. Thanks for your time, man. We appreciate you coming and giving us your expertise on Sunday's final, and we'll see how it shapes out. Until next time, you be safe, man. Time now to wrap up in the final 60. As we wrap up this week's show, here's what's coming up this weekend in sports. Lords and Windward at the Desmond Haynes Oval from 2 p.m. And then on Sunday, as we heard earlier in the show, the final of the BCA T20 Cup. That will be at the Weymouth ground, also from 2 in the afternoon between YMPC and Gladiola. It's Sol Rally Barbados weekend as the drivers battle for the crown. The BFA Men's Premier League resumes on Sunday with a triple header, and the Women's Premiership continues Saturday also, all at the BFA Wildy Turf. And the Barbados Gymnastics Invitational and National Championships will be held tomorrow at the Garfield Sobers Sports Complex from 9 in the morning. And just to let you know, also the 2023 UEFA Champions League final, that's tomorrow between Manchester City and Inter Milan. We want you to enjoy your weekend in sports, and that's our program for this week. Join us again next week as we have more analysis and newsmakers. Join us on Final Score. I'm Shane Seeley. Good night and enjoy your weekend.